Gotta quickly sort out some event organizer type of stuff. Be right back. Still, both players really have a no issue here. Not that I was expecting any big plays happening in the first couple of rounds. I feel like it's pretty rare that within like the first 2, even 3 rounds you see any big plays. Okay, X with the spike though definitely has a chance to make something big. Ponemela still makes some more long-term plays, trying to set up something that'll come in later rounds. Ooh, okay. I like that coyote. Okay, so wow, wait. I looked away for a second, but that wooden block forcing the jump off the wired corner. I mean, immediately we're already getting to a place where someone could be scoring here. KX losing a couple lives on this flower. One last opportunity here. Oh, but KX makes it through. Ponemela also unbelievable. Both of them struggling the entire round, and now that was clutch. Holy. I see. Ponemela wants to see if you can set up a jump directly over here. Get that practice in. And you can, okay. I see the vision. We'll see if KX does too and tries to block it or something like that. And here I was thinking that this was almost certainly going to be a round where someone scores, and then both of them in the last turn. That is a crazy buzzer beater. And yeah, Pone recognizes, like, I do not want that kind of volatility so early. From what I've seen so far, Pone is really the type of player that likes to set things up in the long term. You know, I don't need to make a winning play now. I just need to make sure that nobody scores on this round, and I'm placing something that maybe 3, 4, 5 rounds from now can be making a difference. And yep, there it is. There it is. I want to say that's impossible, though. Maybe not. That might be possible with a super jump. KX looking really clean. I mean, I knew KX was good. But I've never gotten the opportunity to see what that play looks like. I'm pleasantly surprised. KX is looking phenomenal. My question is this possible without the super jump? I don't think it's possible without the super jump. I think there's still a way. I feel like if you super jump from the top of that green block there, it's doable. Oh, I see. Going for the corner boost. Okay, so it is definitively possible. But this is going to be really difficult. If either of them manage to make it during this round, I will be so impressed. I mean, reverse corner boosts, I think reverse corner boosts are one of the hardest techs in the game. And doing it in this context, where, like, I think you need to use a lower jump height, overwhelmingly difficult. Seconds. It's still definitely possible. I will say, Ponemela, with the amount of experience she has speedrunning and doing challenge levels, if there is a person who's able to do a reverse corner boost in a clutch situation like this, it would be Pone, but not this round. And I imagine we're going to see it nerfed in the next. Oh, okay, okay. I really like cannons like that, where you need to time your entry with like the projectile going into it, make sure you don't get hit on either end. Definitely some good stuff. Oh, okay. I really like the idea here from Pone. That is a difficult Kiata jump. That is an insanely difficult Kiata jump. Are either of these players gonna be able to do that? Because that is not easy. I mean, even that coyote right there over the spike ball, that's hard. Ponemela making it look like it's nothing. Ooh, unfortunate miss on the precision though. And still, Ponemela really making light work of that. KX struggling a little bit. Might not matter because those spike balls at the end are giving Ponemela a run for her money. Wow, again. I feel like if I was playing, I would be missing that coyote jump. That coyote jump would be the death of me, I can feel it. Alright, moment of truth. This is a tough Kiata jump. Ponemela, oh wait, okay, going for the quick jump instead. Definitely, I can see the vision with it. Probably an easier angle to get than the Kiata, but I don't know. Probably gonna get one last opportunity to try it here. And that won't do it. That won't be enough. So KX still holding on, but I feel like we're gonna need to see some adjustments. Because at this point, like, sure, Pone did not make it through in that last section yet, but like, she's had the opportunity to practice it 3-4 times last round, whereas KX didn't make it through the coyote jump once. So yeah, that flower gonna give KX the opportunity to at least get some practice in. Pone thinking carefully about what to do with this dynamite. Wow, fully getting rid of the cannon. Probably a turn too late. That flower added kind of takes away any difficulty that KX was having. Although, Pone could do something funny and just recreate the same coyote jump. No, I guess it wouldn't be the same. It would be a little bit easier regardless. Wow, wait, KX did not get those wires off in time? Unfortunate. I guess the real question is, because Ponemela's been... Oh, wait, am I crazy? Are we getting fireball RNG? Because I feel like that fireball was going into the cannon last round. Maybe I'm just not as observant as I thought, but... I'm a little bit surprised that neither of them opted to take the black hole. I feel like in a game like this, where it's been, no points scored, we're getting pretty deep into it, and nobody has made any, big plays. I feel like black hole's exactly the kind of item you want to be pulling at that point. I want to see someone take a conveyor belt, I'll say it. Too many wires, too many arrows, too many spike balls. I want to see someone take the less traditional items. Really love that wire by Ponemela. Really love that wire, actually. Although, that might be the very thing that's taking her out here already. Oh no. Don't tell me. Okay. For a second I thought that KX saw like an alternative strategy, and he was just waiting for Pone to use up all of her lives. I guess he did. Honestly, that wall jump is really clever. Now Pone only has 1 life. She has... Okay, wait a minute. This could be... Really unfortunate by KX, but still 2 lives left. He clearly had a good grasp on how to do this setup. All he needs to do is get it once, and then the rest of the map is reasonable enough that he could take the advantage now. He gets 1, okay. Last life. How much stands in your way? Oh my... That is not the kind of death you want to see. Let go of crouch too early. And we are late enough into the game that realistically that could have been it. A win over Pone would be a massive upset victory. I mean, KX, a great player, don't get me wrong, but Ponemela is clearly a top 10 level player, you know? I would say one of the favorites to win this tournament, almost a lock for making the top 8. That would be a great win. Still very doable, but that's a big setback. Big setback for KX. Okay, I like the idea with this arrow. Doesn't opt to go for it though. Alright, and there it is. Pone really struggling with that setup all of last round, but it looks like all it took was one look at what KX was doing to get a feel for it. That's the thing. That's the thing about playing against top level players is if you have an opportunity, if you could get the advantage, you gotta take everything you can get. Because even if you have an advantage, even if you know how to do something better than them, it usually doesn't last for very long. Really skilled players are skilled not just because they know how to do everything, but because they're so good at learning how to do things quickly. In the time I was talking, Ponemela, that death was a little bit rough. I feel like most of the difficulty was behind her. KX still has a life, but realistically, that was a good opportunity at a point. KX made it at least through the first half of this setup. Okay, wait. So the life disparity might not even matter now. With that timer on the board. Okay, and Ponemela gets through. KX in the home stretch dies with that spike ball. So now Ponemela up 1-0. I feel like I've been seeing a little bit of nerves from Ponemela so far, and I imagine that point is going to ease a lot of those. What is the plan with this flower? I like the arrow by KX. KX still has some life in it. It's easy when you lose the point to kind of give up mentally, but KX is still looking really clean, not letting it shake him up. Ponemela, on the other hand, you know, down 2 lives, hasn't really made big progress to level this round. Oh, unfortunate. Timing this 2 arrows is a little bit tough, especially with that flower forcing you to only do it within a cycle. Great bailout. Wow, okay. Ponemela having almost the exact same death that KX had earlier, just not holding crouch when the arrow's passing by. Alright, let's see it. A second point would more or less be the nail in the coffin for this game. In a good spot. Jumps a little bit too early. Can't get over. KX still in it. Still alive. But something's got to happen soon. 2 turns left. Okay, Ponemela forcing that precision. I'd say good play, because from what I've seen so far, there have been like 2, maybe even 3 points within this game where that precision has kept KX from either getting an advantage or getting the comeback. Okay, wow. That is a great spike ball. Is that impossible? I always forget the kill spot on cannons, but I know that if there's a spike ball on it might be on top of the cannon where it kills. I could be mistaken. And wow, again, Ponemela just letting go of crouch too early. I'm a little bit surprised just to see that death happening as much as it is. See, done. Both these players are really getting that timing down. Ooh, unfortunate. Okay, Ponemela on the last life. KX could have an opportunity here, but he can't get over that spike ball. Alright, let's see it. Jumps a little bit too late. I think, from what I'm seeing, I feel like both players are having a little bit too much focus. With that spike ball specifically, they're focusing a bit too much on trying to time their jump as late as possible. But I think it's a lot easier if you just focus on getting a lower jump height, so that it doesn't really matter when you time your jump. Okay, wait. I like this 2x1 by KX. Is he gonna commit to it? I think you gotta. It's the last round, you're down a point. If you don't have to make the perfect play, but you need to make a play. No big placements coming through there. That being said, I mean, you know, Ponemela didn't score last round, so you don't necessarily have to make a big build. It is entirely possible to just get through on mechanical ability here. Okay, Ponemela, there we are, getting through. And that's it. KX all out of lives. Ponemela's gonna take it. Honestly, she might even score here. Just barely misses it. But I don't think she has the will to respawn. The game's already over. Congratulations, Ponemela. 2-0 so far in the tournament. We will be back fairly soon with